began with a young man's dream, an accounting degree, and of course, a better half.
I really can't tell you what the hope was. My goal was I really just like to do business, right? And try to find ways to do good business in a unique and different way, kind of exploring my future, my career, what I really wanted to do.
And in the 1990s, he explored plenty of possibilities.
I was in accounting, I was in sales, I was in jewelry, I was in flooring, I was in disaster restoration. I had too much going on to be married with a young family, and my wife said, hey, we would like to see you now and then, so why don't you pick one, do one thing, pick one thing. So I picked one thing, and here we are today.
That one thing officially created and opened in November of 1999, albeit under the original name of Advanced Carpet and Flooring.
I remember growing up and going and playing with the scooters through the showroom, or climbing on the carpet rolls and just hanging out there all day until he was done.
But as the business began to outgrow that of a one-man shop,
yeah, just me to start. I was cutting the carpet, I was delivering the carpet. I didn't install. Nobody would like me to install.
Greg hired his first official employee in early 2004, yet one who turned out to be part of a package deal.
Greg and I had known each other through previous business. Greg would actually purchase some product from me. I had recently hired Jason at my previous employer, and I said, if you're going to get me, we got to take Jason. I said, he's a rock star. I think we need to come as a package deal. So that's exactly what happened.
We all kind of shared an office. There was one separation, so Greg and Shelley were kind of in the back, doing the accounting, and Jim and I were up front. Jim was doing sales. I was doing project management.
Just over a year later, Greg made the business-altering decision to jump into the new home builder market.
As we grew, I was really just looking at it, if we're not moving forward, we're moving backwards. In my mind, there's no option but to continue to expand and to grow.
And suddenly, business began to boom, both on the builder and the commercial fronts. So much so that in 2008, when
the market tanked and housing crashed, we just looked at each other and said, we just got to grab market share. We just got very aggressive, and we went out and we got the production builders. We stepped between the manufacturer and the builders and showed them the value that we can bring. And yeah, once things turned around, we just were along for the ride.
Advanced Interiors business grew by nearly 40% each year during the Great Recession.
As we grew, we were getting a lot of requests for stone countertops. What that really did to me is to say, our demand is so high, we need to do something, again, a little bit different, a little more unique than what is the standard in the industry.
So Greg went from contracting a handful of fabricators to craft the stone counters for Advanced Interiors to buying one of those fabricators outright, acquiring MIH Industries along with their top 2 employees.
When Greg and Jason purchased the Granite Fabricator in 2015, I was working for that Granite Fabricator, so I kind of came along for the ride. We were very small. There was probably 12 employees from MIH, maybe if that, and we've grown huge now.
I was thankful and surprised that we were able to build something as big as this, going from just a shop with a grid saw and a high-low. Greg's always looking to do new things, better and beyond.
And as the business kept expanding, so did the staff.
When I started, we were still in the Rosewood location. My desk was literally this big, tiny. I was in a room with about 10, 12 other people. There was 10 of us packed in there. I remember on my first week, I answered the phone. Thanks for calling Applied Textiles, which was my prior job. And the whole room busted out laughing. I had to put the caller on hold because I was laughing so hard, and that was my first introduction with Advanced Interiors people and how fun and ridiculous they were.
But in 2015, AI would move to a new home with the building and opening of a new 44,000 square foot facility to house the company's new showroom, its office and sales staff, stone warehouse, and its new on-site stone fabrication shop.
Initially, it was very manual, few pieces of equipment. Now we're very high-tech.
When I started, I was pretty much the whole CAD programming department, and we've grown a lot since then. We brought on a lot of people, a lot more equipment. Every year we grow more and more, get more and more efficient.
Along with flooring and counters, AI also dabbled in cabinets for several years, but by 2019,
had to make a decision. We're either in or we're out of the cabinet industry.
Greg continued to have conversations and went directly to the Wellborn family, and ultimately were able to negotiate a deal to bring that direct to builders.
And in March of 2022, Advanced Interiors opened its new cabinet showroom.
Greg is never satisfied with status quo.
Advanced Interiors is a great family business like we are. That's why Advanced and Wellborn make a great team together.
It's our goal every year to be better and stronger and grow more than the year before.
And early next year, both our cabinet and flooring warehouses will be moving to a new combined location in Byron Center.
He's an ideas guy, and he's always got big ideas and big plans, and he's always going to achieve them. He moves forward and gets it done.
Yet with the incredible growth and success,
When I started, there was only like 15 of us that worked here. He's on it all the time, and he's always thinking ahead. What can I do next? Where can I go? How can I get it done?
has come huge responsibility.
He's grown a company that is responsible for over 100 other people and their families. So he's able to provide for over 100 families.
So that's 113 families that are depending on decisions that Greg makes, that we make as a leadership team.
And that responsibility has driven Greg to try and maintain the family atmosphere and positive work environment he created and started with 25 years ago.
It's hard when you grow and you grow quickly to kind of keep that same environment, but there was always an atmosphere of family and fun.
Just talking to Greg, you can tell that family's important, that's a priority. So a good work-life balance.
He has shown this is a family environment. He's helped my personal life along the years in a lot of ways. So I am devoted to Advanced Interiors because of what Greg has done.
My favorite part is probably the trust that I get from him. He trusts me in the department that I'm in. He trusts that I'll do a good job. He knows that I care and lets me know that I'm appreciated. And just the atmosphere overall is fun and inviting.
I really enjoy the company culture. They have done a lot to treat me very, very well. Greg and Jason are very motivated people. It's cool to be around that. Watching the company grow and feeling like I'm a part of that.
And it's not just a job, it's also a relationship, and I feel like we are a family here at Advanced.
But to just stay in it and be this long means a lot to me. Even though I've been here 11 years, he's, again, treated me like family.
The one-man shop from a quarter century ago, now West Michigan's best one-stop shop.
I really can't tell you where tomorrow's going to be, other than we're going to be pressing forward and leaning into that rather than kind of waiting to see what happens.
Together as a company celebrating 25 years.
25 years is a big deal in this industry, and being in business for that long, not just staying in business, but thriving and growing.
I'm certainly not surprised just seeing kind of the drive again, even going back to what he tried to instill in me through soccer and just daily life, just watching him. I think that deep down in him, he always knew that he could achieve something along the lines of this.
We couldn't do it without our staff. We have an amazing staff.
And on behalf of all of us here with you and AI today, thank you, Greg, and congratulations on 25 years.